Welcome to season 1 of the Mindfulness Pilates podcast. I'm Beverley Densham, Pilates teacher of over 22 years. I really look forward to bringing you tips to reduce back pain and feel good, relaxations, positive affirmations and inspiration every week to inspire you in body and mind for more relaxation, stretching, core, back strength and happiness. A big welcome to today's podcast. It's you and me today. It's just you and me. Today's topic is going to be 5 ways to help overwhelm and maybe feeling low at times to feel better with mindfulness Pilates. And I kind of came up with 5 things here. So I decided not to have a guest every single week now, because I did actually get overwhelmed at times, on and off over the last couple of weeks. And part of that has been due to overwork, having my schedule too jam-packed, not taking enough time out. Sometimes just having a weekend off is not enough sometimes if you're just going just week in, week out. And it was half term last week, and in the olden days I used to take more half term school holiday weeks off, and my mum used to come and stay. That was more pre-pandemic, lockdown times. Clearly that isn't happening. And I realised that I maybe you can relate to this a little bit, that it's time to address even more the work-life balance, even though I do an amazing angel morning routine with mindfulness Pilates, like calling it a miracle morning every morning and things like that. So many self-care things that I do, and hopefully you do too, but sometimes we don't do enough. And overwhelm can lead to exhaustion. Exhaustion can sometimes lead to burnout. That can sometimes lead to feeling low. And that isn't a good place to be. So I thought we'd just chat about this today a little bit. One of the days that I did feel overwhelmed, exhausted and low, I did have Pilates teaching in the diary, mindfulness Pilates teaching in the diary. And I kept that in the diary because there's something I really know about Pilates is it is hugely I don't think it's documented enough, hugely beneficial to mental health and mental happiness and emotional well-being. And I've seen it many times myself personally over the years, because after teaching turning up for a one-to-one client, and it's, you're there, how can I help? How can I help that person today, and how can I help them feel better? But by being in that moment, helping them, you are also being in the moment of mindfulness Pilates, which is the breathing, the relaxation, the exercises, the concentration, the core stability, the strengthening. You are in that moment with them, obviously teaching them. And my goodness, that particular day, I did come out feeling like a completely different person. I went from feeling exhausted and low, and there had been some tears on and off for different reasons, and just felt like a new person. The physical energy didn't completely replenish. That happened after a good night's sleep. But the point is, I think it's just as incredible for mental emotional well-being as the physical health and Pilates. And of course you can add in angel cards and other elements into it as well if you want to. And that's obviously a lovely choice, or just stick to the positive affirmations and stuff. It's whatever's meant to be for you, isn't it? Whatever's right for you, that is the priority. So the 5, before we go into today's relaxation and meditation, the 5 things that I came up with today's tips, and see which ones resonate and feel, right for you. Number 1 is boundaries. Have you got good enough boundaries in place? I went to this fantastic workshop, I think last year, with Janie Lee Grace in London, and some of the great stuff on the holistic workshop that she covered was to do with different emotions and I must read this book one day. There's a book by a brilliant author, talking about what's not in place when certain emotions come up more, such as anger, for example. And this author talks about, I think it's an anxiety book actually, that this particular author then talks about the different emotions. For example, anger. When anger comes about, there's not enough boundaries in place. So my number one tip today is boundaries. Have you got enough boundaries in place for you? So this might be, for example, maybe your batteries get lower in an evening and it's time to get the electronics off the children, to head to the bedtime routine, let alone the teenagers with that, and making sure that you have good boundaries in place that are going to keep your mental, emotional well-being okay. That's number one. Can you relate to that in any way? Number two is to do some mindfulness Pilates. So 100%. I've never not known mindfulness Pilates make you feel better or much better during and afterwards. It can, I've only ever seen it, feeling better. So do some mindfulness Pilates, whether that's for 3 minutes, 6 minutes or more. Obviously it's great when you do a class and then, do recordings, and then 6 minutes a day is brilliant, and then incorporate it into your lifestyle, but do some mindfulness Pilates, number two. Number three is look at your schedule. Are you completely overwhelmed by your schedule? Is there too much in your schedule? Do you feel you can't cope with your schedule? Then do something about it. And if you're not coping very well with it, see what you can delegate, see what you can rearrange to look after yourself. Mental emotional health is so vital. So that's number three today, is look at your schedule and make sure your schedule, is working for you. Number four is, what do you need? So if you're feeling overwhelmed and low in some way, what are you lacking and what do you need? Do you need more sleep? Do you need more, might be the boundaries thing again with the child or children or your family that you live with, if you do live with someone. Is it getting more rest? Do you need to recover from something? I will be having a special guest another week to come back again. Julie New, author of Grief Garden Path and author of Who Are the Flowers in Your Garden, who also happens to be my sister, but is a great expert to talk about in relation to grief. So you might be recovering from grief. So mindfulness Pilates, by the way, if you are recovering from grief, is hugely, hugely helpful, because that also combines the meditation as well. And anyway, we will get Julie back for different topics, one of them being grief. There's a great, I don't think it's a documentary, but it was on Channel 5, BBC, it was on Channel 5 anyway, with Esther Ransom, talking about grief, and that was a really, really great program to watch, actually. Beautiful, seeing the love that everyone shared with their loved one, I must say. That's definitely a must watch, but quite tear-jerking too. So is there something you need to recover from? So yeah, you've got to give yourself more time for that. You can't just keep whatever that word means. You can't keep going at your same schedule if you're either going through grief, or you're going through heartbreak, or you're going through more challenging times with your child or children or family in some way. You just can't keep the pace going, because something will break, and you don't want it to be your mental, emotional health. So that's number four. So what do you need? And number five is meditation. So mindfulness Pilates always start and end with meditation, but it's kind of like the whole thing, in my opinion anyway, it is like a meditation practice, but it's like you're moving and meditating at the same time. So I do believe that meditation, as well as being still, you can also move in meditation. So I really do believe that, or you can certainly be mindful and in the moment with it. So I can't recommend it enough. You know, and it was interesting. A business friend said to me last week, she was really pleased because I turned up to a meeting with her stressed because I've been rushing, and I like to be really, I like having a break between each thing, or at least be ready and early for my teaching or meetings or whatever it is. If I'm not, so I turned up not in such a sparkly, effervescent space, and I said, "Oh, would you mind?" Because we have been friends a little while. I said, "Would you mind if we just do a 1-minute meditation together, you know, before we start our meeting?" And so I think she reluctantly joined in with me. And I said at the end, I said to her, I said after, I said, "Oh, that feels better." I said, "Oh, at the end of mine, I just gave gratitude, you know, that you're a business friend, and gave gratitude for something else and something else." She said, "Oh, I didn't know that you could think things during a relaxation or meditation." And that she shared that she'd always beaten herself up, like in how she spoke to herself, that she just thought she was failing in meditation or wouldn't even bother because assuming you've got to empty your mind. I said, well, maybe monks can do that. But interestingly, I am reading a book at the moment called A Monk's Guide to Happiness by Guy Long Tupton, his name is. And he explains it really beautifully that we're not aiming to empty our mind in meditation and relaxation. It's about, you know, focusing on the breath and the breathing, and really incorporating that into, you know, that mindfulness into your lifestyle, really, as much as possible. And there are so many ways that people do describe, you know, your thoughts and emotions and things in meditation. And he describes, you know, I've heard this quite a lot, really, that, you know, it can be, I think intuitively I'm getting in, the favourite way he describes it in the book actually so far is you've got a house and you leave the front, so this is just example. So you've got a house and you leave the front and back door open to allow your, you know, kind of thoughts and emotions to, you know, with the negative ones to come and go. But you don't offer them a cup of tea. I thought that was brilliant. I thought that was absolutely a gem. Absolutely a gem. So you're not like feeding them. So I think that's what mindfulness, Pilates and meditation does. It takes you into that concentration. Concentration is a Pilates principle, into that moment, which is obviously mindful. And you're concentrating on the breathing and the breath, which helps you kind of be in that moment much more. And you feel much better from it. Hooray for this. Hooray for this. So they're my 5 tips for you today. That meditation and, you know, relaxation you can do in so many ways. So in my mindfulness Pilates teaching, whether one-to-one or in my mindfulness Pilates membership, we do it. And then in my angel work, we do it in lots and lots and lots of different ways. So it might be just simply breathing. It can be counting with the breathing. It can be visualization. It can be visualization of going to the mountains like we've been doing on the podcast, or to a beach. It can be so many different ways. And I personally think they're all brilliant. And I think you have to find the ones that work for you, but also you have to find the length of time as well. So let's pick, before we go into meditation and relaxation today, let's just pick a positive affirmation card message for you from Happy Kids Cards, an angel card, and then we'll whiz straight into relaxation. Okay, best card message today: to help with overwhelm and feeling low. Self-care, you've got to look after yourself. We've got patience. I am patient. This has come up before. I easily wait my turn. What does that mean to you today? And I think, you know, don't push yourself and don't have too much in your schedule, and trust that it's safe to have some time off. It's safe to have a week off sometimes, or, you know, it's safe to do that, and give yourself permission. You don't have to do everything at once. You can take your time and just be patient with yourself. You know, it's much better to be happy and have mental, emotional health, and you know, obviously physical, spiritual health, wealth, you know, that gives you wealth in your life. and be patient and take the time then to rush things and to feel awful. So that's that one. What does that mean to you personally? And let's go for an angel card. These are from my angelic meaning cards, which I wrote at the beach, at a beach hut and at the beach, and photographed them, the messages in the sand with my guardian angel. So best message for you today is, oh, interesting. Okay, so you've got visualization, and it says visualize what you want. You can either see, hear, feel, or know what you're wanting to create. Ask your guardian angels to help and inspire you. So what does this mean to you today? I think we once you get in that low state and that overwhelmed state, it's very easy to be engrossed in the thoughts of overwhelm and stress and feeling low, and it's like a switch has switched in you. All I can say is keep showing up to your friends, your family, but really think about those 5 points today of how that can help you, and then focus on what you do want. Do what you need to do self-care wise to get yourself back up, and then bring the sparkle back in with the visualization. Yeah. So are you ready for a lovely meditation today? So let's now go into a gorgeous meditation for you. Welcome to today's relaxation and meditation, and just simply close your eyes. Breathe and relax, sitting or lying down, either with your hands on your heart or wherever is comfortable for you. Breathe and relax. Enjoy your body scan relaxation. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, relax. Enjoying the calming music as you breathe and relax. With the affirmation, I am relaxed. Breathe and relax. In through your nose, out through your mouth, relax. Relaxing more and more on each out breath. Breathe and relax. I am relaxed. One more like this. Breathe and relax. I am relaxed. Happy shoulders. Just relax your shoulders. Relax your head, neck, back, hips, whole body. And wherever you are, right here, right now, just going to scan through your body all the way from the head to the tips of your toes, all the way from your head to the tips of your fingers. I'm going to start off now by scanning all the way through from your head to the base of the spine, all the way through your head, your neck, your upper back, middle back to lower back. And now breathe naturally. Enjoy the natural rhythm of your own breath, in and out, your own pace, your own natural pace through your nose. And just notice if there's any area of tension, tightness, stiffness, or stress. If there is any, take a breath into that area. And if there isn't, just breathe into the whole area. And as you exhale naturally, just blow it out the window. You might want to blow loudly. It might make you laugh as well. And this time as you breathe in, fill that area with love, healing, and relaxation. As you exhale, breathe out love, healing, and relaxation. And now you're going to scan through, well done, you're now going to scan through your arms to your hands and fingers. If there's any area of tension, tightness, stiffness, or stress, breathe into it. As you exhale, blow it away, blow it out the window. Just transmute into love and light. And now take another breath in, scanning through, filling the air, and as you exhale in and out, just fill that area with love, healing and relaxation for you, especially for you. Relax. And now scanning through, all the way through your legs, all the way down to your feet and toes. If there's any area of tension, take a breath in and blow it away. Relax. And now scan through again. Either breathe into the whole area or to a specific area if you like. And fill that area with love, healing and relaxation. Breathe and relax. And now your whole body, scanning through your whole body. As you breathe in, to your whole body now. Mind and spirit. And as you exhale in your own time, in and out naturally, just filling your whole mind, body and spirit with love, healing and relaxation. Breathing out love, healing and relaxation. You are amazing. You are wonderful. Take a breath in now and a breath out. On the next in-breath, deep breath in or yawn. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Slowly open your eyes. Have a little stretch there if you like. If you're already sitting, just do some nice shoulder circles a few times backwards. If you're lying down, slowly roll onto your side, come up sitting. Take a few circles. Have a lovely glass of water afterwards, and perhaps a gorgeous cup of tea, sending you lots and lots of love. So I really hope you've enjoyed today's Mindfulness Pilates podcast. Don't worry, special guest will be back next week. We're going to be joined by Hannah, an amazing singing teacher. And we're going to be talking actually about how Pilates can help with the back. Yes, of course. Also going to be talking about how Mindfulness Pilates can help with singing, but also with ME, because for some people, tiredness and fatigue and things like that can be a real problem. It's something I did experience a lot in the past, and it's a topic very close to my heart. So I'm really excited to be joined by Hannah next week. So I hope that will help and inspire you. Guests will be back next week. But some weeks it'll be you and me. To make sure my schedule is not overwhelmed and that I look after me too. Please look after you. Have an amazing, amazing week. Smile. And I hope today's tips have helped you in some way and that you really enjoyed today's body scan, relaxation and meditation. Have a beautiful week. You deserve it, and sending you lots of love. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Mindfulness Pilates podcast. Please rate and review on your podcast platform. You can access my free healing meditation and Pilates to ease back pain in 3 minutes on my website. You can also book your reduced back pain to feel good one-to-one Mindfulness Pilates program on Zoom or Mindfulness Pilates membership by going to mindfulnesspilates.com.